Hey, my gorgeous Veilers. This is your June 2021 overview. Aries, you're in prime position. This is your month to advance your status. Your business and your inner fire is going to be burning bright all month. Make good use of it, as energy is so precious and underrated. Taurus, you will feel revived this month and you'll feel completely refreshed and replenished with the new psychic energy that flowing through your soul. Rest well, eat well, and ensure you get plenty of fresh air and exercise this month. Gemini, you will be at an intellectual all-time high this month. Great clarity, perception, intuition, and we urge you not to be afraid to show your talents and intelligence this month. You could miss awesome opportunities if you do. Cancer, a big healing month for all crab legs. Cry if you must to release years of pent-up energies that you deemed held you back. Very fertile days ahead, so be prepared for waves of ideas to loom large this month. Leo, start afresh, Leo. If you're leaving your old life behind and completely start anew, wipe the slate clean and all that fabulous stuff, then do it. We all have your back and we can't wait to see the new you emerge. Virgo, strengthen your body, your mind and spirit as it's been through the hard tests and you've passed with flying colors. Now it's time to physically heal, focus, and get your inner strength back and ready to tackle the world again. Libra, it's time to explore your sensuality and find joy and peace in your affections for those around you. Be open to love in all its forms and receptive to those that want to pamper and nurture you in return. We need this love right now, so enjoy. Scorpio, your dream time is going to be a big game changer for you this month, as it's going to be quite profound and prophetic. Pay close attention as the dream gods and goddesses speak to you now. Sagittarius, you've recently endured certain tests and life lessons, and you've wondered if it's all been worth it. Yes, it has. And you'll realize this by month's end. Your trial by fire was worth every flame, singe, and burn. Capricorn, watch the magics happen this month as something you've been working towards comes in so fast you won't have time to think straight. Tap into your spirituality this month and cultivate your life through meditation. Aquarius, you are so powerful this month. You can literally attract what you're wanting to have happen in your future. Now, all you have to do is ask. It is truly that easy. You have a very strong intent to make it happen, and so be it. And lastly, beautiful Pisces, escapism can be fun, dangerous even, but this month you'll want to ground yourself more than ever as you're realizing more and more how much you do need your loved ones around you to bolster your energy and your moods. Alrighty, my gorgeous Veilers, that was your BTV overview for June. I'll be back for July. Have an incredible month. I'll see you next month.
This is the word to go, yo.
Well, hello. Welcome to Grown Ass Women TV. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a hashtag. Use that hashtag when discussing the show on social media. We are in our June Pride Finest. Because it's Pride Month, we are celebrating all month long here on GAW TV, all of our fabulous LGBTQ plus community, our brothers and sisters. We're so excited to bring you a very special guest tonight. But before we get to that, do us a favor, like this video, give us that thumbs up. Make sure, my friends, that you are subscribed to our channel. And finally, click the bell icon to enable notifications so you never miss a future episode. How are we, ladies?
So awesome. Good. Yay. Great month. It's a great month.
It's a great month. I'm excited about today's guest. I'm excited about all the guests coming up. And you know what else I'm excited about is our after parties. Like, since we've started doing these after parties, I tell you, they're just so much fun. And yeah, it's just a different way to look at the show. And obviously it's just us and then Ella sometimes on the camera, but like to sit there and follow up and answer questions and kind of wrap up the show with everyone who's in the live chat now. Hey, everybody.
Hi, chatters.
hey babes. But yeah, and it's open to all of our Patreon members, which is really, really cool. And so we can have a chance to get to know all of our fans, or like people who are watching the show, what they're thinking about the show. And it's cool. It's been really, really fun. So
yeah,
You
6
better
p.m.
be
Eastern.
there.
We're going to give you a little time to wind down, pour another cocktail. See you at the top of the hour, 6 p.m. Eastern on patreon.com/GAW TV.
This coming month, we have this TNA banner, the Knockouts banner right behind me, if you can see that.
oh,
Look at that. That's a free gift for the top tier.
Oh my God.
That was a fun photo shoot that Christy
That was
Hemming
my
was in
favorite
charge.
photo shoot we've ever done, directed by the
Very
fabulous Christy Hemme. And as Lisa said, you're going to get that as a gift for being a top tier member this month. We try to change it up. You know, sometimes we do more like video shout outs or chats, but this is something that, you know, it's a collectible item. And I'm not kidding. That really was my favorite photo shoot we've ever done.
it was so fun.
Well, you mentioned a treat for the eyes. We have a little treat for your ears, because as much as you may love watching us here on YouTube, which by the way, the full version of the entire show on video is available on patreon.com/GAW TV. It's a great perk, but the podcast will also have the full version of the show, and you can find us on Anchor, wherever you listen to your podcast. Big shout out to Ella, who helps us edit and makes the whole thing happen. So there's a lot of different ways you can actually experience the show GAW TV.
Oh, it's so amazing.
Yeah. We've grown, you guys. We've grown.
And
We're grown.
If you are downloading and listen to our podcast, make sure you go in there and rate us and give us the stars, all the stars. Give us a little review ski, you know, send us a little love there.
Thank you.
And also comment below. You know, we're here live in the chat, and I know I said shout out to all the people live in the chat earlier, but if you go out and hit a little comment in the comment section too, and just tell us, you know, that we're awesome. That'd be great.
It should be nice, really. It should.
It should be. It should be. Don't just comment anything, right?
What time it is?
Get ready.
It's social peak. Social peak of the week.
Well,
We got it. Y'all got it.
Who's also on our Patreon member, and he sent us a trailer for his new movie, The Out in the Ring.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, Lisa and I were interviewed for this, and you know, us being such allies and advocates for the LGBTQ plus community, it's actually really lovely timing that this trailer was so graciously sent to us by Rye. And shall we have a look, ladies? A little peek?
Yes.
Let's watch.
Wrestlers are artists. It's about choreography and timing and acting. It's all these art forms in one. And when I used to watch it, not only was I captivated by the wrestling, but I was captivated by the characters.
There is so much crossover in the realm of queer performance and wrestling.
That's why gay-themed characters have always thrived throughout the history of professional wrestling.
A lot of queer people don't know their queer history, and the struggles that queer performers have faced in wrestling have never been discussed.
Whenever I first got to Moulins, of course, I kept everything under lock and key because I didn't want her to know that I was gay.
In the early days of Pat Patterson's career, being homosexual was illegal, and it was considered a mental illness.
For them, it was always about being able to hide in plain sight.
It sucks that it had to happen, but the people that kept fighting and fighting and fighting, like, they're the reasons why we're now where we are now.
I don't want us to ever have to be somebody we're not again.
Somebody has to start something, because if no one speaks up, nothing's ever going to change.
You think I'm going to shy away from the fact that I'm gay?
It's about time that you're not afraid to come out and be afraid that the promoter's going to squash you down because of who you are and what you are.
The ring is the only place I actually get to be who I am.
They stereotype me how I look, and then as soon as I start wrestling, it's like, holy crap, this guy's awesome.
White man wrestling has had a great 2,000 years, but there's other kinds now.
It is possible. And out from the jump, gay person can get over, can sell you merchandise, can bring in a house.
She's just
Your talent should be the only thing that determines how far you get. But in order for us to get to this utopian idea, at some point it needed to be on record what actually fucking happened.
Ooh.
I'm so excited. Very
Yes,
cool.
and a lot of familiar faces and a very, very powerful message. So I hope that you guys will check that out. Again, everything you need to see is in the description right here on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so excited about our next guest. DS Shin from Ring the Belle. Hilarious, hilarious interviewer. I've interviewed with him before at the Comic-Con, and he is very unique at interviewing. It's like not the same old boring interview. So he's so excited. You guys, we all love him. Let's introduce DS Shin.
Let's get him in here. Yeah. Come on, no, he better don't. Look what you're wearing. You look
Hi.
amazing.
This is a slumber party, right?
Yeah.
Slumber party.
Normally it is. We're
Yes.
all running out of pajamas.
We are.
What an honor! Oh,
Oh my God. I can't get over your background.
oh yes. I just put this together. It's my Ring the Belle background.
I love it.
Neon.
Love it.
Victoria, you're here.
You get beat up as usual. No, I'm not.
Well represented. That's probably the most impressive backdrop I think we've ever seen. Now, Peter Magical had an entire bar behind him, but I think this takes the cake.
Really? Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Well, it is indeed a slumber party, and it's going to be a really fun interview. And Lisa just sung your praises and said that when you interview, it's not your average, boring, interview. We hope that you're going to enjoy actually being interviewed today. We're going to flip the script a little bit.
Yeah, this doesn't happen a lot, so we'll see.
Yes, we'll see how we do. Well, our favorite part of the show is to ask, who are we wearing and what are we drinking? As the guest of honor, what are you imbibing on today, and who are you wearing?
So I've been drinking for the last 3 days, so it's a little tough, but but vodka Fresca, and I put some little vitamin color in there, so it's a little cute, it's for the visuals, but Fresca, I love Fresca.
Fresca's very...
We were just talking about Fresca. Yeah, Mickie loves Fresca.
Love Fresca.
0 calorie.
0 calories, tastes delicious. It's got the little grapefruit twist in there for a little, zhuzh, and it goes great with vodka.
Yes.
It does.
Perfect.
Pretty much all the liquors, it really does just go fantastic with it.
Yeah. I used to love flying Delta because it was the only airline that I could ever get Fresca on. So I was like, to every promoter, do you mind if you fly me Delta? No, I'm kidding. I would never.
Yeah.
I need my Fresca, okay? My Fresca mix.
Before what I'm wearing, I have a little reveal. Because, Val, you love reveals. So, it's not that big of a reveal, but I just for the Pride Month, I was ready with, it's Jake Atlas.
Yay!
Jake Atlas t-shirt from Indie Days.
Wow.
We've never had a reveal on the show.
You're
This is
looking really,
amazing.
oh my, you're looking jacked too. Have you stepped up your workouts?
I did. I broke up early this year, and I'm like, that's the best motivation to that's the best motivation to work out,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
That revenge body.
The revenge body. It's happening. And I'm posting all over Instagram so you can see it.
Yeah, look how happy I am. I am 5. It does a body good. Let's go to Mickie. What do you think? You want to go next about who you're wearing and what you're drinking? You look prepared.
I got some coffee in this cup. I was going to drink, but I'll tell you, DS, I was at families for the holidays. And so I drove back because we brought my dog, he's like 15 years old. We brought him back, but I don't know if you've seen my truck, but it's like, he can't get in this truck or out of this truck. But so we have to physically hoist him in and out. Anyway, so we drove back last night and I got in at 6:30 this morning.
Oh my God. How long was the drive?
10 hours. Plus, that was without the 10 hours. Oh, and I got this. I got to tell you, my friend Vito and Sandra, they bought this laser and they made this for me and they gave it to me when I came back. So I'm going to hang it in here somewhere. I haven't figured, but isn't it awesome?
Yeah, you should have that as a backdrop, like in your background.
It's like he has this laser that can go in and like pretty much it can carve into glass or slate or wood and it burns. It's the most amazing thing. But we're so excited. Thank you for saying yes. I'm a little, there's all the satisfaction behind you. So,
but Mickie, I have to say, I love and congratulations to your new single. Yes, so good. From my boots to my Jimmy Choos. I freaking love it.
Me too. It's our new anthem.
Yes.
It is going to be our new anthem.
I don't want to sound like I'm trying to be one of the cool kids, but I think they would call that a bop. Is that right?
It's a bop. It's a bop.
Lisa, we have to ask what you're wearing and who you're representing today. All of the red, white, and blue, baby.
You know, it's red wine because of the Memorial weekend, and I couldn't find any rainbow, anything near my dad's house. And I also drove back 6 hours last night. It's impossible. You know, Seinfeld, I was telling you guys, my family's like the Costanza family times 1,000. So I was going to film at their house today, and my dad's yelling, my brother's going, no, you know, go outside with that. Oh, it was just, I was like, we got to leave. I go, I can't film. I can't. I go, I'm going to be stressed.
I'm leaving.
We left. Got in at 3:30, and then, but I'm ready to rock and roll. And this is killing my head, though. I'll be honest. Ooh, look at that already. Oh my Lord! And I was just drinking coconut water because I had a lot of cocktails this weekend too. Coconut water and coffee. But then, since you're drinking, I might pour myself a glass of vino while Val.
Just a little bit.
A little triple cup going on. Go for it.
Oh, and then I have these pants that ruffles the back. And I got so super self-conscious. I wore it golfing. See how it's like a little, and then Brooke Tessmacher, Brooke Adams go, girl, those tights. And I'm like, I was so ruined my whole, we were playing Top Golf, ruined my whole day. I was like, I looked up, because I look back, he goes, it's not flattering. I'm like, she's very blunt. If you want super honest feedback, ask Brooke Adams.
Yeah. She was a very big defender of the mom gene when we had her on. She was talking about how certain trends that are now seeming old to these new kids, these new whippersnappers. She's like, I'm keeping my mom genes. What was it, the middle part as well? She's like, I'm not getting
I saw. Yeah.
The long zip. I actually have a few pair of the mom jeans, but I also have my you know, what I guess that's the new mom jean, the cool jeans. I don't know. I have bunches of those, but I did buy a couple pair of the mom jeans, and I have to say, pretty damn comfortable.
Yeah. Are they? Yeah. Are they baggy? Like they're not tight, right, Mickie? Are they just like baggy? You can put your hand in pockets.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go take a picture of it and I'm gonna reenact. I wish I had we could all do the mom jeans gif. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
SNL. Amy rocked them. She did.
SNL. I'm gonna pour myself wine though. You go ahead,
Do it.
I am wearing. It's so funny. Well, first of all, I'll tell you about what I'm drinking because normally DS, we're not this tame. We usually film much later.
Yeah.
And by the time that we film, in my defense, it's like 10 p.m. for me. So I'm like, I'm definitely gonna be having a wine. But I'm having some ginger ale. I'm playing it safe. I think when Alicia Atut was on and she was touting ginger ale, I'm like, I do love some ginger ale. So cheers to Alicia.
Cheers to that.
I mean, what's that mixed with? Ginger ale and what?
Just ginger ale with ice.
Oh wow!
Look how shocked they are.
I'm actually really shocked. Do you have your bottle on the side of you?
I always have. The thing is, I have like remnants. My cleaning lady, if she actually came up here, usually I'm like, don't go in the dressing room. There's a lot of stuff. But she came up here and I was like, she probably is wondering why I have like a whiskey bottle and a half-drunk wine bottle. Like, what kind of cam show is this girl doing? I mean, but anyway, I digress. It is just ginger ale today, and I am wearing a little cute little rainbow sweater crop top, a little blue there. And I have to say, this is my Birmingham Pride crown that I bought with my girlfriend Joanna. We went up there, and that's when they were able to have all these fantastic Pride festivals and things. Unfortunately, especially here in England, they've had to cancel, I believe, Brighton, which is the biggest one. So it's kind of a shame.
Well, Chicago one's coming back in October, so it's going to be a little cold, but you know the gays will still be naked.
Yeah.
So
I don't see why not.
That gay pride parade, Chicago is off the charts. It's really, in Boys Town, and what street is it on?
Halstead.
Halstead. Oh my! It is a party.
I actually just moved right on Halstead, so it's going to be a party time for me.
Oh my God! When did you say that was? October?
October, yeah.
Oh, okay. See that?
Oh my God! What are you near? What club? Like, is there a club or a store that I would?
So I'm right next to Scarlet. Scarlet, that's the club, and then Gail Kim was clubbing with us. Maybe last year or something like that.
Oh
that was fun. And Kira, that was fun.
Yeah. That's Oh my God.
Knockout Crew was there. That was really fun time.
Oh, that's a good crew.
That is.
I realized we lived in downtown Chicago. You love it?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, I'm in the center of the North Halstead, formerly known as Boys Town area. So it's always like, I am like 2 minutes walk to a strip club and then grocery. So it's like,
up a steak dinner and then some milk on the way home.
Right, that's perfect.
Well, we want to ask you about the Ring the Belle.
Yes.
How you got started? Like, did you always want to be interviewer? I knew you were a fan, a huge wrestling female fan.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So how did it all you're so popular now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're the only, like, at that Comic-Con, you're the only, everybody was asking for the interview. And I was like, and then when you came up and I go, yeah, come a little later. I told no to 3 people. And then he had the whole setup. I didn't know he was going to have lighting and a professional camera. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, yes.
Congratulations on all the success. I see you guys are growing and growing, and it's just amazing. It's amazing, and we love that you guys support women's wrestling and all the things of the things, if you will.
Things of the things, yes. No, so I'm actually, some people think I'm like full-time Ring the Belle host, but I have a full-time job. So I am a news producer at NBC. So this is like what I already do. So I interview people, I make, news pieces, documentaries. So that's what I already do. But I freaking love wrestling. That's actually, so I'm from Korea. That's how I learned English. So from watching all the promos, like, my grandpappy and I used to watch you at WrestleMania, or like when Victoria's like, Mickie, you better sit your ass down. That's how I learned English. So I was always very passionate about it. And then I got to work at WWE briefly. So I have my little contract here I have framed. I was in a social team.
Awesome.
But
who did you work for? Nikki? Sticky Nikki?
So Nikki was on the road, so I did work with him here and there. But Corey's not there anymore. Corey Clayton. Yeah, and then I also work with Joey Styles.
Oh,
that was really fun. And then Howard Finkel. Finkel was there all the time. Yeah.
The Fink. He's so sweet.
Yeah,
he's such a great. Can't replace him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
so,
my.
Yeah, so after I got a new job, I still wanted to have wrestling in my life, and I was like, what do I do? And then I realized on YouTube, I mean, there's so many passionate women's wrestling fans, but I didn't realize that there's not many YouTube channels out there. And I thought the demand is there, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna swoop in. I'm gonna do it.
No, yeah. And what's cool about your channel is, I knew about the interviews and things like that, but when I was doing my light stalking / research, I went, oh my gosh, there's so much fun news content, and it's always presented, like Lisa said, in a very kind of unorthodox way that's just light and fun. And I think there should be more of that. Sometimes I think some of these shows, especially when it comes to news articles, it gets to be too like, okay, we're going to dissect exactly what happened. It's like, yours just seems so bubbly, and it's everything that we all love about wrestling, just fun and frivolity.
You're right. What is there to dissect too much about it,
Don't overthink it.
Yes. And we also have like drag queens on the show, talk about some fashion moments and stuff like that. So we got Kimura Hall on it, James Mansfield. So that's always fun things. But interviews, I love interviews. I think Lisa, you and Molly Holly, that interview is the most viewed interview of all time on our channel.
The Wrestling Guys tour. That was my second time with you. Okay, wow. Yeah.
Congrats, Lisa.
Wow.
People out there like you.
I got the rub off of Molly Holly, let's be truthful.
They loved it. That's the most popular one, yeah.
I'm selling big. I'm like, I thought mine was.
Oh, damn it.
yours, but we need to meet in person, because I feel like in-person interviews are like, that's different, you know what I mean?
It is. Yeah. And it's wonderful that everyone's doing things virtually, but it's not the same.
I miss doing stuff in person.
But there's
energy on screen and on camera. I think it just, you automatically feel like you're a friend. And I think women especially is like, the fact that anyone goes out and like will preach about women's wrestling, like we just love it so much, and we're so grateful for it, because I think it just, I love what you guys, because it is, like Val said, presented in a professional way, but it's fun and it's exciting, and everyone looks classy and professional, and it's a way to highlight the division and to highlight all the different facets of it. Because a lot of times too, someone will be like, oh, they're only super WWE fans, or they're super AEW fans. I think you guys are really open, and you kind of look at everybody, even on like the independent scene as well. So that's awesome, because a lot of them don't get seen, unless they get, an interview with maybe somebody like you.
Right. So I mean, the thing is, like, we try to invite a lot of the indie wrestlers on the show to like talk about news together or review together, so we can have that visibility out to indie wrestling too. Because I have to be honest, I haven't watched indie wrestling for that long. I think I started. The Rise and Shimmer was the first show I went to maybe like 4 years ago, and I was just instantly in love.
Yeah.
And I think more people should know about that. So I'm like trying to get people to like it more.
Oh yeah, Shimmer. And then we had Shine that I used to do in Tampa. Shimmer was a huge. I remember even before I kind of was doing a lot of shows, I heard a lot of great things about Shimmer, and it was all very female empowerment and a lot of fantastic females that are still doing very well and having a lot of success in wrestling have come from Shimmer and Shine. A lot of them even from Shine. I was just talking to somebody the other day about Marty Bell and Dakota Kai and some of the ones that I met.
Right.
I was like, oh, and then they changed her name, and I'm like, oh, she was lovely back in the day, and now she's doing well for herself, which is great.
And in Chicago, they have this hall, and it's 3 days, right? 3
Right.
days of female wrestling. And it's like 2 shows or 3 shows a day. So you're there from morning until freaking 11:30 at night. For 3 days, these girls have to work 3 shows a day.
Which one is that? I did do a Shimmer show.
Yeah, in Chicago, like Shimmer, Shine, and AAW was the guy show, I think.
Yeah.
Part of it. Yeah. But yeah, you were on that?
Yeah,
Mickie?
so I was.
I don't know
Okay.
which one I was on. I'm like, I don't. It was in between that break because I never was on it. Obviously, before going to WWE, I don't even think it was a thing. Like the female leagues before I went to WWE was WEW, which was terrible.
Awful.
It was terrible. It was awful. I got those. I have some stories from those shows. Like
I have some good memories, but when people think of it, it's like they think of the fact that it was so seedy, and I'm like, that part I never appreciated. Get out of that.
But there was some fun stories too. Like I have some really fun stories from that stuff. Like it was a good time, and for that period in my life and where wrestling was, we've evolved so much. It
Right.
was what it was, right? It was one of those things, and we had to learn. That's kind of like what some of the opportunities to get for the girls. Then there was BBOW, Beautiful Babes of Wrestling, out of Maryland. It was smaller, but it was kind of like it was a classier WEW. It was like, yeah, and I think that was really it for all female shows, aside from like, Lexi Fife would do different things, and like, it was just, there wasn't as much women's wrestling. So it's awesome to see like all those companies like really strive. It's awesome to see the companies step up and like really do and promote just the division in itself, so.
Rise was my favorite promotion, but I think they discontinued, which I'm really sad about. But Shimmer, absolutely amazing. I mean, I met like everyone, like Shotzi and Mercedes, and everyone before they went to the big screen, and like it's really intimate. And I even met Jake Atlas there, who is I think the only out gay wrestler in NXT right now.
Really?
Which I love him. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because obviously you might have noticed, everyone that's watching this on video, that it is June, which is Pride Month, and we're all so supportive of the LGBTQ plus community. We're all allies and advocates. But I have to ask, again, we don't want to get into like super serious stuff, but because you're so supportive as well, because we're celebrating Pride Month, do you think that the wrestling community has evolved in becoming more accepting of the LGBT plus community? I certainly see a lot of progress, but what would you say?
You know what? I definitely want to hear from like the backstage side of it, but I think it's definitely changing on the fan side. Because for the longest time, going to wrestling live shows, like even though this is my crew, I'm there to meet other wrestling fans. At the same time, I felt kind of out of place. Cause it's very, very hetero environment, very masculine environment. So I was like, me just being there, just screaming for the women. I was like, oh my god, I'm kind of out of space. But I think the first time I really felt like, oh, this I feel safe here, is when, and this sounds kind of stupid, but like whatever. But WWE, for some reason, they had the Finn Balor rainbow T-shirt. And some people can say that's a money grab, whatever. But the moment I saw people out there just wearing it everywhere, I was like, you know what? I feel accepted and be part of the community. Yeah, that really changed. And chills. And then Total Divas, Total Bellas coming in, having more female fans in there, more gay fans in there, LGBTQ fans in there. I think that's kind of changing slowly. Yeah. And then after that, I think someone like Sonya Deville, Jake Atlas being there and being the superstars for kids to watch and fans to watch and respect and idolize, I think that's also changing a lot. So I definitely see it changing. But yeah, what do you think backstage wise? That's what I want to know about.
You want to know about that? Oh, look.
How much time do you have? No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you because I wasn't, Darren Young, he was like obviously the first person to come out like publicly, but obviously Pat Patterson was openly behind the scenes all the time. And there's definitely been, and I can't speak for the male locker room because, we're not allowed in there. I think Sonya was probably the first female to come out that I ever recall like publicly on that kind of space. So, and I felt like, but I feel like just we as a society are so much more accepting, but I think the wrestling, because we're such brothers and sisters that if anyone ever was to come out or whatever, I feel like we would totally with open arms because they're our sister.
I think they'd embrace it a little bit more now. It's just changed with the time. It's more accepting. The girls' locker room, we accept it. We just love it. You know what I mean? So but we
want them changing with us. Actually, we want everybody changing. Well, not the not the.
And I think even AEW making moves to put Nyla Rose on at the front of the storyline, that really was big. And Sonny Kiss, he's just rocking it.
Well, we don't want to reveal who we have planned for this month. Oh! If you think we're stopping here, we have the entire month of June to celebrate our brothers and sisters and the LGBTQ plus community. Some of the names that you just mentioned, you might just see show up here on our Slumber Party GAW TV, so stay tuned for that for sure. But I have to say, I don't want to get emotional. It's classic Val. But the fact that you just said that you might go to a wrestling show and not feel safe, I hope that never is a thing for anyone ever again. Like wrestling's such a community. Sorry. And I went as a really young girl to all these shows. And I didn't always feel safe, but I could never experience not feeling safe for those reasons. So I think that's really cool what you're doing. I'm such a sap, sorry.
I know.
You're making change and you're we said this to Ginger Minge when she was on. I got really emotional. It's like what you're doing is you're preaching acceptance and tolerance and kindness. And that's what we're about. So thank you to that. I want to say cheers to you for that.
Cheers. Oh my God, cheers. Yes.
Sorry, what's that?
Oh, also, too, I have a question for you. I saw you did drag queen makeup.
Yes. So
we can get a clip of that. If we can use a clip of that and then tell us your experience of that. Please.
So 2 queens put me in drag so far. It's Kimora Hall from last season of Drag Race, and then James Mansfield from season 9. So I was I don't know. I liked it. I was just sitting there looking pretty, I guess.
Did you feel beautiful?
I did. But I feel like I was expecting to be more like a calm, like Christian girl, but then I became like a bad bitch, which I'm down for. I was definitely more of a heel than babyface.
Oh yeah.
Way more
You
fun.
got sassy. You got more sassy. Right. Oh my gosh.
I love that. And that's how I think why we love drag. It's a lot like wrestling in the sense that it's pomp and circumstance. Like, why not just go all out? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Well, we could sit here and have a slumber party with you forever, but what do you have coming up and where can the fans find you, DS?
You can find me on Ring the Belle on YouTube channel. We've got everything for women's wrestling fan, the reviews, the news, the top 5 lists to interviews. I'm really excited that things are coming back. We can go travel again. So I think I'll be interviewing a couple people in person too. I think Chelsea Green is the first one. So I feel like I'm super. And we have to talk about you and Chelsea's whole Twitter feud. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. She's amazing. She's amazing.
In the middle of that, that won't make the interview awkward. That'll be great.
She was just in Hawaii. I just thought about her when you said you were going to talk about Hawaii. She was just there.
Oh.
Turning out bikini photos every day.
Oh my God.
5 a day.
I know.
Like, who gave you that body? You gave you permission. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would be shooting every day and night if I had a body like that too.
Beautiful. We love Chelsea here. Well, obviously, we know you have fun things planned for Ring the Belle, so we do encourage all of you guys to go subscribe right now. Hello, what are you waiting for? And stay tuned for more from us here at GAW TV. DS, you're welcome back anytime. We love you so much.
Please, I hope you join our live chat on Wednesdays. Like, we're gonna be in the live chat too.
Yeah. And like we should all host you on Ring the Belle sometime. We'll come up with some really fun theme and then we'll do it.
Oh my God, we love that.
You had us at theme.
Yeah.
Ring my bell, ding dong. Ding, ding. You guys remember that song?
Yeah,
you do. Remember it? Okay, thank you.
Like, don't leave me hanging. Well, one last cheers to DS Shin and Ring the Belle. Continued success to you, my dear. Mwah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes, love you.
This is the word, go, yo, go, yo.